All right. My computer's going a little slow. Just bear with me. Man. Been going super fast. And as soon as I click record, man. But hopefully you can still hear me even though it's looking this bad. Let me know if you can't hear me. But Shalom to elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Damn, it's going slow. Why is it doing that? Give me 1 second. The name of the Heavenly Father, who everybody ignorantly calls God. His true name in the ancient Hebrew, which is the Lashwan Qadash. His true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of. Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel, who everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. A so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, who was slain at the foundations of the earth for the salvation of the elect of Israel on this side. And then you got 2/3 of the wicked Israelites here in America, Babylon the Great. And also the other wicked Israelites scattered across the four corners of the earth that will come back to the loins of the elect after the destruction. The Rawchaa Qadash is the Holy Spirit that has been bestowed upon the men who the Heavenly Father gave his only begotten Son out of the world to complete this work. So we always want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, let us all to this truth, been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when us be able to find those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5, it is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. Shalom, now used to say believers out there, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, Atham, Shalom, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, Atham, GMS, a devout man, 144, Shalom, bro. Water for tuning in. Lord willing, it's not lagging too bad. I can see on my side, it's looking pretty bad, but hopefully y'all can hear me, man. So we're going to get over here and get into this lesson. And, as you see, like the background, We're going into various land backs, specific brothers, elders, going in over various topics. So we're going to deal with a lot of those. The first thing I want to deal with was something I did a lesson the other day. Why is it going so slow, man? I did a lesson the other day going into, these agents that came and basically tried to, catch me in my words and get me to say something that I shouldn't say and whatnot, but it didn't work, So I wanted to kind of go into that too, but I wanted to mention something. One of the scriptures that I put out was this Ecclesiastes 10:6. It says, "Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place." And I mentioned that, like, rich people, they're in a low place spirit. They're in a low place, in the sense of they don't have any spiritual understanding. But mainly, this is talking about Yahawashi, And I wanted to come back and mention that it's really talking about Yahawashi because, there was a time where he was rich. And that's when he was Solomon. And, we don't try to go too deep into it for you new people, whoever new comes across. But, when you really start getting into this truth, you start to understand that reincarnation exists. And if you can't get that and believe that, then you'll never fully come into this truth. The Lord said that his reward is with him and he comes quickly. Who you think he's going to reward? He's going to reward the prophets who did the work at that time. He's got to bring them back. But we're going to go a little bit into that too, and some simple scriptures to show you that reincarnation exists in this lesson. So Lord willing, that's edifying. But when it's talking about the rich sitting in a low place, this place is really talking about Yahawashi and the prophets, his men, because we were rich at one point, but we sinned against the Lord. We had all the blessings. And then we got cursed. We got under the curses because we sinned against the Lord. So that's why we're all in a low place right now, So a lot of people think that, as a prophet, they expect these really rich, prominent men. And that's why they believe in the churches and stuff like that, because they have the money right now that was given to them by Esau. So, like I said, sit in a low place. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And that's talking about Yahawashi, ultimately, because he's the best example that we have to show you that, true righteousness, and even Yahawashi even said that not even to call him good, only the Father is. So that's the closest example we have to show you that, like, we're not going to be able to, like, be the best people on the earth. That's not what we're here for. We were here to get saved, even from ourselves, and that's part of the title. There's an art to losing yourself. You have to get rid of the old man, the old part of yourself, to get an understanding of what we're coming into. So I'm just going to do a few scriptures, and then we're going to read an article that I got from Elder Hawad, GMS South Carolina. Or no, GMS North Carolina. GMS North Carolina 777. And he kind of goes into some articles that we're going to deal with. So Lord willing is edifying to the flock. And we're going to start right here, though. We're going to just go into a little bit before we get into various of these landbacks. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. And it reads, "Trust in the Lord," which is Yahawashi, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, "with all thine heart," which is talking about your mind. That word lob is how you say, heart, but it really means your mind. That's where you get the word laboratory from. It's talking about your mind, your thinking tank. And says, "Lean not unto thine own understanding." So a part of that, you have to lose yourself. You have to get rid of your old thinking to understand, like, how to apply yourself to this truth. This is Luke going into the New Testament to show you that it matches. Luke 9:23, and it reads, "And he said to them all," it's Yahawashi speaking, "If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." See, it's a burden. Okay, we have an understanding of why we're here. We sinned against the Lord. we, are basically, denying ourselves in the sense of we're not partaking in the things of the world. We're not celebrating all this stuff, and really to us, it's freedom. But in another sense, it's also sorrow added to it, because like we know that this is our punishment. So we're not supposed to just be like super happy that we found out that we're Israelites. After you get into it, you got that bitter side too of like, damn, man, like we really need salvation. Shalom, shalom, bro. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak. The water for tuning in. The water. Shalom, man. Shalom. Just kind of going into that. But now we're going to get to the article that the elder I found right here from GMS Hawad. He had a good article right here, and he was kind of going into like the prophets warn, the people, man. They always warn, Israel, and just like they said the draft was coming, here it is, man. And we're gonna show you why, because right now it's this whole Pride Month and Juneteenth month, and now you're gonna see why we said that stuff ain't good. Because now it's gonna penalize even you women out there. You're gonna have to go to war, okay? Because you're gonna have these young men. They're gonna act like women, and they're gonna. We're gonna read about it in a second. I just wanted to pull up this article that he had watching his video earlier this morning. And it's breaking 2025. NDAA authorizes mandatory military draft of women across America as Pentagon pursues global nuclear war with both Russia and China at the same time. Right? So we're going to read a little bit of this. Okay? That's what a lot of these women out here, you finna look like that. Your hand on your damn head. Because you wanted all these equal rights with men, you wanted the Pride Month, and you a woman out there looking for another woman and all that. The Lord gonna punish you for that, and that's why we kept telling you young people, like, you better start serving Yahawah Yahawashi, because all the young brothers that's in the truth that's around this age, the Lord ain't gonna let them go there. The Lord ain't gonna put them over there. He gonna find some way to where they ain't gotta go, and I believe that through faith. Young brothers that's in the camps, that's maybe around that age. They don't have nothing to fear because they serving Yahawah Yahawashi. That's what we tell a lot of you young people. You need to start reporting to camp. You need to start learning the ways of Yahawah Yahawashi, man. Because if not, just like I said the other day, you're going to fight for Esau, Edom, or you're going to fight for Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi. There's two ways out of this. You're not getting out of this easy either. Either way, and you never know. They could amp that thing up. They could say, okay, well, now we're doing it to 35 and down. Well, how do you know? And now we all, brothers like me, I'm 32. I'm in that. They can raise it. They could. Ain't no telling what they're gonna do. They devils. So you gotta be circumspect, and you gotta pray to the Lord that He protects us. Because I'm telling you right now, if they tell me to go, I'm gonna say you might as well lock me up, give me my bread 3 times a day, whatever, or chop my head off, or whatever you're gonna do. Because I'm not fighting for these bastards. Okay, straight up. And none of the brothers is. We won't. We don't care, man. We're not fighting for these motherfuckers. So we're going to read some of this. The FY 2025 National Defense Authorization Act initiates mandatory selective service registration for American women, putting in place the mechanism for mandatory military draft of those women, right? This is mentioned alongside other highlights. We're going to show you why they're doing it. This is mentioned along, and it's crazy they did it during that little Pride Month bullshit. This is mentioned alongside other highlights in United States Senate Committee on Armed Service Executive summary document posted by U.S. Senate at this link, right? There you go right there. That's some real shit right there. June 2024. It's June, right? Just like IUIC's leader, they always say, it's June, there still ain't no MOTB. All right, bro. This news comes from heels of the U.S. House Armed Services Committee just approving an amendment to the NDAA that automatically registers all American males within the draft age window for selective service system. This means all Americans, males of draft age, can be involuntarily drafted into war. The House vote was approved on May 22nd of this year, seen in this U.S. HASC video. Okay. So this is legit. We ain't gonna watch the video. The automatic draft registration was pushed as a way to cut government red tape and skip the requirement for men to proactively register. So now, here we go. So now mechanisms are in place to draft both women and men, thus making sure that young woke men, right, the ones who say they woke, right, don't evade the draft by simply self-identifying as women. Because now you got this whole LMNOP pride bullshit. So then a man can just be like, oh, I'm a female. And then they don't got to go. But now they're making it where now it don't matter. you women now, you real women now you got to be men. Now it's like whatever, it don't matter. You going to put on a helmet too and go to war. And that's you young women out there, you ones who had dreams going to college and you finna go fight in that war because you didn't want to what? You didn't want to serve man of the Lord. You want to do your own thing. You wanted to be in the streets, for Pride Month. Now look, now you finna get drafted, and we've been telling you. So hey, whatever, get your boots on because it's finna get real. We've been told you. So we're going to keep reading. It's not yet clear whether America's woke youth may attempt to self-identify as an imaginary fantasy creature, since there's nothing in the NDAA that authorizes mandatory military service for wood fairies, tree elves, or rainbow gnomes. You know what it's done. Equal opportunity means equality opportunity to die for their regime. Okay, whatever. So that's what they're saying. It's equal. They're saying it's an equal opportunity because that's what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted equality with men. And we've been telling you, you don't want to do that. And now it's on. Now you're getting what you asked for. Be careful what you ask for, because now you're getting it. And this is scriptural. Because that's this is scriptural what those men are doing. That's why they're going to do it, because they're saying, oh, we don't know what they're going to do. They might put other there and say they something else. That's why they're going to say it don't matter what you is. You can put down whatever on that paper, whatever gender you are, okay? And you're going to war. If you're 18, 26, you're going to war. And we're talking about like real war, like with the Russians and China. And they don't like this place. So you're not coming back. So I would suggest you start praying to Yahawah, Yahawashi, and lose yourself for you really get lost, for you really get lost out there. You know what I'm saying? Come up missing. Body parts all over the place, because this is not no joke, And the Lord has always sent men in the battle to die for judgment. And now he's doing it to you women too, because y'all wanted to act like, y'all are ahead of men. Y'all don't need men. Well, you're going to fight for your beloved Pride Month and all whatever else you believe is home here. We're not fighting for it because we against it. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 35. This ain't our war. We ain't fighting that shit. This reads, a sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord. That's talking about Yahawah. That's talking about Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is bringing this sword. Okay, he's using the other nations to bring this sword. Okay, and the Chaldeans is the so-called white man. And this place is America, Babylon the Great is known, also as the Chaldeans' excellency. This is where, this is where everything's like, oh, it's so great here, land of the free, home of the brave, right? Well, you're gonna have to be brave. But hey, shit, we told you. So saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, Babylon, talking about America, and upon her princes and upon her wise men, right? That's what's coming in this place. Verse 36, a sword is upon the liars, right? You're going to have some of these men try to say they women, not going to matter. And they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed, right? They're going to be put to shame. Verse 37, a sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. All everybody who want to stay down with America, Babylon the Great, women too, mingled in the midst of her. and they shall become as women. You already got them talking about, man, Jake gonna try to put down that he female or something. Yeah, we try to tell you, bro, you should have came out here and been serving Yahawashi. Now that this is coming out, now people gonna want to start looking for the Lord. Now people gonna be, oh, we all coming to camp. Well, you should have been pulling up. That's how it is with Jake. Jake don't want to start calling on the Lord till it's necessary. And some of them still probably not gonna call because they still think it's a game, man. This is not a game. And the sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. That's what's coming, man. That's what's coming. You're going to have all these people out here, thinking that, oh, just because you got some other people that's maybe not 26 or younger. So they like, oh, well, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'll be good. But it's also going to be a drought here. It's going to be a famine here. So just because you ain't going to World War III don't mean you just straight. And this place is going to turn into a battlefield. This place is going to turn into a civil war. So everybody's going to be caught up in this shit. Ain't nobody getting away from war, okay? Everything is, especially here, okay? This place is going to turn to a battlefield and eventually get destroyed by missiles. So you ain't safe nowhere, Jake. So you need to make sure that you what? Doing what Yahawashi told you to do. Verse 38, a drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. People worship Jesus Christ, and it's like people have taken this stuff, so much pride in this stuff. It's like this is why we got spiritual fathers, because when you come into this truth, you can't go ask your physical father for nothing. Especially right now, Father's Day just passed. Like if I call my dad right now and was like, "Hey, Dad, I'm in the hospital. I'm screwed up. I need your help." You know what he probably say? "You didn't even tell me Happy Father's Day." That's probably the first thing he gonna say. Because these people is they mad with this shit, man. They screwed up in the head with this shit. They can't get out of their mind that this stuff is against the Most High, man. This whole system, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Juneteenth, all this watered down as holidays, man. Like, we don't even celebrate our own birthdays. You mad because I ain't say Happy Father's Day or Happy Mother's Day? Well, how about I just say I'm happy that you was my father and mother every day? Like, I thank the Lord every day that I had some good parents who raised me up and didn't like do nothing fucked up to me. Didn't have me out here like a moe or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it's people mad, man. People mad, man. And it's coming, man. This is another brother, the Company of Prophets. It's a affiliate camp, and he kind of goes into Russia. Basically, Russia declares U.S. an enemy. So we're gonna watch just a tiny little bit of this, and then we're gonna go into some more scriptures, and we're gonna keep moving.
All right, the book of Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, who teach you well, peace and infinite salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother Abal Gabar from the Company of Prophets here in Tampa, Florida. Coming at you with a quick lesson. I'm going to play a video. I'm going to play this video from Redacted. Okay, and you see the title of the lesson, World War III warning. Russia declares USA an enemy. Russian warships in our backyard. Hashtag World War III, hashtag Russia, hashtag USA. All right, and we know according to Bible prophecy, World War III will take place, and this third world war will end with thermonuclear destruction and the complete annihilation of Mystery Babylon the Great, also known as America. This is all Bible prophecy unfolding as the days go on. We're one day closer to this war popping off, and we know that the lake of fire is going to be caused by these nuclear missiles. Okay, the Bible talks about the lake of fire And this is not some fairy tale. This is going to be a real thing, okay? America is going to be turned into a lake of fire. And I got this interesting video we're going to play. So things are heating up. And we know that one major prophecy has to come to pass first, which is the mark of the beast, okay? But this war could pop off and, things could heat up. And they can usher in this charagma, this mark of the beast, the RFID chip, any day now, okay? But things are heating up. Tensions are heating up. Let me go ahead and share this screen real quick. I want to grab this. So quick Google search. Russia declares enemy the United States. It says, after months of rising tensions over Ukraine between Russia and the U.S., which now Ukraine has U.S. weapons that they're using against Russia, okay? And this was 3 days ago. It says, after months of rising tensions over Ukraine between Russia and the U.S., bilateral relations have hit a new low as the Kremlin spokesperson defined the U.S. as an enemy, okay?
So that's just what I wanted to put out, and brother got a video, going into it. But, if you want to go watch it, you can go watch the rest of it. I'll try not to make it too long, but this is showing that we're close. But before the MOTB is implemented or made mandatory, the RFDI chip you put in your right hand, in your forehead, the first thing that's gonna come is the famine of the word. There ain't gonna be no more of us telling you and warning you, and that's when you really got to worry, because there ain't no repentance after that. The gate's gonna be closed. So that's why it's like right now, there's still a small window open for you to turn back and follow the ways of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's why the Lord has us doing videos every day. That's why that decree went out, because there's not too much time left. The gates is finna be shut, man, of knowledge and understanding. And that's the only thing that's going to keep you alive, man, is this truth. Now we got a scripture, Job, chapter 27, verse 14. So all these people that then came back, this Generation Z, they literally just came back to be slaughtered, okay? Because remember, we seen that Yahawashi said in Jeremiah, he was going to bring a sword, okay, upon the inhabitants of America, Babylon the Great, right? It says, Job 27:14, if his children be multiplied, mainly talking about Esau, even so-called white man, but 2/3 of our people in these other nations going to get caught up in it too. Because why? Because they trust in they trust in these devils. So if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Why? Because they finna get drafted. So all these college kids out here and all these kids thinking they eat something, you finna be thrown in the meat grinder. That's what's finna happen. And who knows? They send the first wave of them and all of them die in like a couple days. And they go, oh, we got to draft. Now we're moving it up to 30. Who knows what they'll do? So you got to make sure that you got this knowledge. Because if you don't, the Lord is going to allow this devil to do what he want to do. Shalom, Mak, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak. Shalom, Korab, Yasharala, Shalom, bro. Water for tuning in. So, we seeing that they're not going to be, they're not going to want to fight that war. They're going to try to, like I said, they're going to try to change they're going to try to make themselves act like they women or some shit and change their gender and shit. But that ain't going to matter. It's going to put you real women in the crosshair. It's like you. So now, after we got through that, let me get rid of this. Glad my computer's not going as slow. And there's another couple videos that a couple other brothers did that I liked. That was real edifying that I want to bring up too. And also Elder Yashawamba had a small clip, to show you how much more like these other camps, man, you can't trust them. But first we're gonna deal with 2nd Esdras 16. 13 to kind of go a little bit into reincarnation, okay, and the missiles. So 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 13, for strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. That's talking about the missiles, that nuclear destruction. Verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. That's what that famine and pestilence as well. You see, so just because you don't get drafted don't mean you just in the clear, like you just go be straight, safe from danger. Like, no, this is going to be the most dangerous place to be is in America. Okay, this is where it's going to really go down. This place is going to be utterly destroyed by fire. Verse 15, the fire is kindled. That's why we're trying to get on them chariots, the so-called UFOs. That's why that's the only way out of here. If you don't get, when you see the rest of the Israelites get beamed up, you're not making it out of here. You know what I mean? So that's like the main thing. We're looking for mercy and salvation from the Lord. So verse 15, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. See? This is all stuff that the Lord was showing Esdras, in the time when he was in Persian captivity. Verse 16, like as an arrow, about 1,000 years after we got out of Egypt. Verse 16, like as an arrow which shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. And then what he say? Verse 17, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, man? So that means what? Esdras is here. If he was talking about what's going to happen right now, these arrows being shot, these missiles, and then he just said, who will deliver me in those days? He's here. He's going to be here during Jacob's trouble. He knew the Lord told him he's going to be here. That's why he said, damn, shit, who is going to get me out of this? Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. But at this time, Yahawashi wasn't on the scene yet. He was there, of course. He's been there since the dawn of time, but I mean by like as a man in the flesh, he wasn't there yet. As Yahawashi, coming as himself, And that's to show you that reincarnation is real, Jake. Like it's not just like we just making that up. So we're gonna go right here. And I really like this I really like this video that I think it's how you say his name, Salak, if I say his name wrong. GMS Desmones 2. Salak if I say his name wrong, but he like he basically came with a scripture like going into like the Ninja Turtles, and like he went into like how like the Ninja Turtles lived like underground, but they were like the saviors of the whole city. And that's kind of how the apostles are. They live like in a real low estate. They live real normal lives and stuff, but they all like kept this truth and protected it and made sure like all of us could wake up. They defended Yahawah, Yahawashi, and they made sure they were an outstanding example to us. And they're not just living rich and shit. Like they're just living like normal people. And that's why we live like that. We don't want to be rich like that. That's not good for us. We're not supposed to be exalted right now. That's Yahawashi needs to be exalted before any of us. We want to be down here. Where we're just making it day to day. We have maybe a little bit extra money to do whatever, but we don't want to be sustained in here, okay? Because those people are comfortable, And look, I like this video too. The bro did 10 days ago. I watched it, but I wanted to kind of bring it up since I see it over here. It says to the perfect skill of the sword, you must cut yourself. See, like you got to lose yourself. You got to get rid of some of the stuff that's in you too. And that's like what all the big brothers, elders, and apostles taught us, man. You know what I'm saying? They taught us that kind of stuff. But I'm just play a little bit of it and let them kind of break down a little bit of it. And then we're going to go into the book of Sirach. And I got one more video, two more videos. They real short, but I wanted to bring them both up too.
This is Ecclesiastes. This is Ecclesiastes 9:14. there was a little city and few men within it, and there came a great king against it and besieged it and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered that same poor man. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing this word with true sincerity, with charity, presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice. We who are ready to live salute you. Okay. Now, I want to call this lesson the Apostles and the Ninja Turtles. All right. Now, hold on. Let me look that up. Okay. Now, this was a cartoon that came out when I was a child, and I really liked it. This cartoon. The Ninja Turtles cartoon. Okay. No, they also had a lot of action figures and comic books and stuff like that. All right, but I want to go into the spiritual aspect of the Ninja Turtles, and just something that that was how can I say that basically stood out to me through the spirit. Okay, because each one of these characters have their own personalities. All right, and just the whole concept of these characters through the spirit reminded me of the apostles. Okay. Now, I'm not doing this lesson to be funny or facetious or anything like that. This is something that really came to me through the spirit. And throughout Yahawashi for Yahawashi giving us such great leaders, man. Such selfless leaders, man. That's why I read the scripture that I read, man, about that poor wise man that saved the city. All right. Because hold on, I really like this picture, so I'm gonna screenshot that one. But let me get another scripture. This is Zephaniah 3:12. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of Yahawah, right? And our leaders here are at Great Millstone. We have other camps that call us bums because we're lowly men, all right? And the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, those are very humble men, man. They live very simple lives, And when you look at the Ninja Turtles, they lived under the city. I want to get that picture of the Ninja Turtles, or any picture of them, just to have it up. They lived underneath the city, man. They were the offscouring, as the scripture says, man. We are the offscouring. Matter of fact, let me get that.
Go let him pull this one up.
This is 1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that Yahawah have set forth us, the apostles, last, right? And we give the apostles a Great Millstone that title, even though they will tell you that we're all apostles because we all been spiritually sent out with the same message, right? But we give them that title because that's just what we do, through the spirit. As it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world and to angels and to men. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, we are despised. Yeah, we're a spectacle, man. Hey,
So they look at us like they look at us like it's a joke, man. And that's why a lot of y'all is gonna get drafted, and you're gonna find out it wasn't a joke. That these poor men down here were trying to warn you and tell you what was to come. And that's why the Lord set it up like that. Because if we were rich, it would be so many people who would come to the truth that wasn't supposed to. Shalom. Shalom, Yahawah, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, the water for tuning in. Bond, Yasharala, Shalom, bro. But yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like that's why the Lord set it up like that. So you had to be truly sincere, truly meek and lowly and humble to believe us, you know? And that's why I talked about riches choke the word, you know? So they you know, they're never going to get it, you know? And then you got some of these young men out here, they got a little bit of provisions. They got a little bit of money off whatever they got it off of, and they comfortable. So they don't want to put themselves through any kind of struggle. And we know pressure makes diamonds. You know, he said, "I will make a man more precious than fine gold." So if you're not going through no pressure, what are you applying to your life? Nothing. You know, and you're gonna end up being soft, like a female, because females are supposed to be soft. I'm not saying like, you know, in both ways, soft skinned and soft hearted, like humble. You know, women are supposed to be tender and delicate. And that's how the Lord looks at Israel. He looks at Israel as a delicate woman. You know what I mean? But it's like when it comes to the men, you know, he has to chastise us to make us sons. So if you're not being chastised or corrected or any kind of anything, you know, and taking heed to that, then you're never going to be a strong man. You have to go through these trials. So I want to read this. This is real interesting to me to get to read this. Okay? This right here, this little prologue right here of Ecclesiasticus. Okay? I want to read this because I read it the other day and was like, man, you know, kind of going into it before we go into you know, Ecclesiasticus is the book of Sirach. I really want to go into the 8th chapter and deal with the 8th chapter. And you know, but I want to read some of this. But, you know, before we do, I really like that video. And then this is why you don't want to listen to these other camps, man. Just like a 50-second clip the Elder Yahawah pulled up the other, like not even a day ago.
A lot of you have been such fools for the idea of the microchip being the mark of the beast. You've been so blind to it. You were so easily fooled. All somebody had to do is say the microchip is the way you get is how you get the mark of the beast. You put that chip in you, that's your forehead in your hand. It's ridiculous, man. It is absolutely ridiculous. You think God cares that you put a microchip in your body? You think God cares that you put a microchip in your body? You think God cares? You think God cares? You think God cares? You think God cares? You got a microchip on your phone, a microchip in everything that you have has a microchip. Because I know I got
So basically, because I was saying yesterday, I was like, he must be reading out of a cookbook or something. Because the Lord specifically said, if you take that thing, you're going to get destroyed. Okay, by the missiles. Okay. And that was General Yahawashi from one of these other whack ass camps, these soft ass camps, because they want their money. They want their money from you. They're some weenies because they're not going to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's soft, man. It's effeminate right there. Okay. That's just me saying that as a man. That's effeminate. If you're a man and you just lying in people's face for money, that's effeminate as hell. I don't care how much man you think you is. You could be the strongest boxer in the world, could knock me out. I still think you're a little female because your ass is not sparing the flock. And that's what they're not doing. They're not sparing the flock. And we'll pull that up real quick. And there's another one that Elder Yahawah pulled up that they were talking about some, oh yeah, you know, not all of us. It was IUIC. They was like, not all of us are vaccinated, but you know what I'm saying? Like you should take it. Like that's what they're telling people, man. Let me go to it. Yeah. Yeah, Acts 20, verse 29. Trying to make this as quick as possible. Shalom to everybody on the comment board. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak. And shalom, y'all. For real, Barak. Where we at? Why ain't he pulling it up? I literally put in, all right, look, we'll just do this one. I don't like pulling up from this one because it'd be too small. The words. Acts 20, verse 29. For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous rules enter in among you, not sparing the flock. And that's them type of people. You really think the Lord cares if you take the mark? Well, what are you talking about? He literally said that this trial is coming to test us, to see if we really love him. What are you talking about? He doesn't care. These people are crazy, bro. I can't stand Jake sometimes. But I want to read this. This is like very good right here, okay? This is a very good, like, to get more understanding of why the book of Sirach was written, okay? So Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, verse 1, the prologue of the wisdom of Yahawashi, the son of Sirach, whereas many and great things have been delivered unto us by the law and the prophets, right? See, that's how we got this, through the prophets, through, like, you know, the apostles. And, you know, just like the brother said about the Ninja Turtles, you know, it was 4 of them. And we had 4 spiritual fathers. And then after that, we got 4 spiritual fathers after them, you know, who came down and kept this truth. You know, it's very spiritual, man. It's very spiritual. Whereas many and great things have been delivered unto us by the law and the prophets, and by others that have followed their steps, for the which things Israel ought to be commended for learning and wisdom, and whereof not only the readers must need become skillful themselves, but also that they desire to learn and be able to profit them which are without. That's the point. If we're not a prophet to you, why would we do this if it wasn't going to be a profit to us and the people we're telling it to? This is how we became skillful in the truth, by what? Teaching. That's the biggest, you know, aspect to this is doing the work, you know? And we wouldn't be here today if the elders and apostles wasn't those men under the damn city when nobody was awake, toiling away for Yahawah, Yahawashi, you know? And they do still to this day. Standing outside teaching 2-3 hours, man. You know, every week, doing videos every day. And they got type of demons that's on them and that's coming after them because they just heads. And we know how it is. If you the head get cut off, then the body gonna scatter. So that you know the Satan is attacking them. You seen the Ninja Turtles, like that's how they are in the spirit. They strong, man. Like you ain't just breaking the apostles. You can't do it. You can't. They're set up by the Lord. So without, both by speaking and writing, my grandfather, Yahawashi, right, when he had much given himself to the reading of the law and the prophets and other books of our fathers, and had gotten therein good judgment, was drawn on also himself to write something pertaining to learning and wisdom. See? To the intent that those which are desirous to learn and are addicted to these things, you got to be addicted to this truth. You got to be soaked into this thing. It can't be no half-ass, like, you know, no, you got to sound like you really like in this. Okay? Like you're deep in this thing, you know? So addicted to these things. You know how much it is. You see a crackhead, this motherfucker will steal his mama's damn drawers and for some crack if he could. Okay? I don't want to make it like, you know, I'm just saying like on the worldly side, like on the spiritual side, that's how we are with this. We're going to do anything to get this knowledge, which is what? We give up our time and we lose ourselves. We lose ourselves in this truth. We come in to be what the Lord wants us to be, not what we want to be, because the heart is deceitful above all things, man. Your mind. So you got to get rid of your own thoughts to be addicted to this, right? And are addicted to these things might profit much more in living according to the law. So the law is not done away with. You know, sin is transgression of the law. If you in the New Testament say we already in new covenant, the Lord wiped away all of our sins and whatnot, and we just, then what's the point? Why are we still bound to sin? It's because the law has still not been made effect. You know, it's not been established in this earth. That's why you got certain people who doing Pride Month and they not getting punished for it. But the Lord's got something set up for him. World War III. He got something set up for it. Wherefore, let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention, and to pardon us, wherein it may seem to come short of some words, which we have labored to interpret, right? For the same things uttered in Hebrew, right? The Hebrew Israelites, and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them. Why do you think the brothers always say that? Going to the Greek, going to the Latin, because it doesn't have the same force in this language. It's been watered down. It's like literally telling you, you know, in this prologue. That's why I really like this. So the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them. And that's how you know these other camps, they're going off. They're not teaching you the Hebrew and the Latin and the Greek, and they're not teaching you none of that, right? Because they don't have they're watered down Israelites and not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language. For in the 8th and 13th year coming into Egypt, when Euergetes was king and continuing there for some time, I found a book of no small learning. Therefore, I thought it most necessary for me to bestow some diligence and travel to interpret it. He traveled just to be able to interpret this, okay? Using great watchfulness and skill in that space to bring the book to an end and set it forth for them also, which in a strange country are willing to learn. He's talking about America, Babylon the Great. He's talking about over here. This is a strange country. This is a strange land. Being prepared before in manners to live after the law to the best of their abilities, because we know that we can't follow all the law. That's why we're under the curses now. All wisdom coming from the Lord and is with him forever. You know, I want to pull that up because it said that. Man, I really like that epilogue, that prologue. You know, and this here it goes over here. Matching in with the Old Testament right here. Psalms chapter 137, verse 4. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Right? Strange country, strange land. This is America. That's what we're talking about. That's what it's talking about here. This is a strange land. They got moles and shit doing whatever they want and shit. Men trying to say they women on their damn Esau Edom pamphlets so they don't have to go fight. This is a strange place, man. Like, hell no, man. This is crazy, man. But it was very interesting. I wanted to read that. So now we're going to go over to Sirach, you know, because this is what I dealt with. This is why when these agents, they came and they tried to like really get me to like basically fight with them, you know, in a sense. And I know like they don't know I teach. They didn't know I was a prophet. They don't know none of that. So, you know, I did a video kind of like a little bit vexed because of some of the things they said, man. They said some real disrespectful stuff to me, you know. So I had to get that off my chest, you know, in a way. But I'm not a you know, just like a violent, destructive man. Like, how am I gonna be a GMS? I've been live around the elder. I'm just a violent, just crazy ass guy. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. Sometimes I get angry, yes, but it says be ye angry, sin not at the end of the day. I still get my ass up and go to work. I think like today will be like my fucking 17th day going to work in a row. And I'm still doing the work. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I got to ride my bike all the way across town and go to work. Okay? I'm not just fucking crazy, okay? Sometimes I get pissed because people talk shit and shit, but that's a man. We're vexed with this place. We want to see you get judged because you think this is a game. And I want to bring up a certain thing, you know, because the Lord tries to have us balanced because he knows that he wants us. He knows like he wants us to like he wants us to have a certain mind state when Jacob's trouble come, and don't be in a mind state of like being like, yeah, that's what you get, you got judged. Like he doesn't want us to be like that, but in a sense of like at the same time be glad that, you know, the Lord is finally taking care of the problem, because we're not the fucking problem, but be humble about it. That's what I want to go over. So, and this is another thing I wanted to show why these people, when they came cussing me out and threatening me and saying they was going to come do shit, I didn't say no. I said, this is all accounted for. Shalom. I didn't argue with them. Nothing. I didn't talk shit to them. Nothing. You know? So, but it did kind of piss me off. You know what I mean? Because I didn't do anything for them to talk to me like that. You know? I just didn't agree. I just like, nah, I'm not doing that. I don't want to deal with y'all. Y'all seem like y'all have ill intentions, so I'm not dealing with y'all. And they start calling me nigger and all this other shit, and you know, fuck your mom and your dad and shit. Like they went super hard. Like you notice it had to be Amalek sending these motherfuckers. Like I'm a nobody, right? I'm just a Jake riding on a damn bike, right? Y'all motherfuckers that mad? Because I said I'm not fucking with y'all. I'm telling you, man, these agents is not a game, man. The Lord's really sending the motherfuckers. And like I said, when I went down to Dallas with the elder, Apostle Rawchaa told me, like, sitting here looking at him in the eye, he like, the devil's finna come at you, bro, because you're young, you just got in the truth, and he don't want you here. He's finna come at you. And then look at here. They really did, man. The apostles, man, they know what they talking about, man. This is I'm telling you, man. And it's crazy because I haven't been in the truth that long. So to get to see the apostles, like to see one of the apostles, one of the four apostles, you know, Elder Apostle Rawchaa, you got Elder Apostle Apostle Ramlov, you got Apostle Gabar, and Apostle Tahar. That's the four leaders of this thing. To see one of them and get to talk to them, they're the most humblest men on the earth, man. The most humblest men on earth. So when they tell you something, hey, they ain't just telling you some shit. Like it's just that's like something that's gonna happen to you. And I was like, man, it was just crazy, man. It really like made me dive more in the truth after all this situation that just happened to me. You know, over this last couple days. I just blocked both of them and just, you know, because you know you can block somebody. But if you don't make it to where like you report them as spam, they'll keep finding a way to text you. So when they do that, you brothers out there, when they do start doing that to you, report it as spam too. It ain't gonna do nothing to them, but it's gonna make it to where it like completely obliterates any chance of them messaging you back. Don't strive with these people, man. Let these people say they whatever, and let the Lord judge their ass. You know. So it says, strive not with this is Ecclesiasticus, the book of Barak, chapter 8. Strive not with a mighty man, lest thou fall into his hands. See? And that's what they want you to do. They want you to fight and tussle and talk shit back. And they just mad because I wasn't doing none of that shit. They was mad because they was like, poor people this and poor people that. Y'all motherfuckers was always making excuses. And like you could tell it was an attack from Esau, man. Verse 2. Be not at variance with the rich man, right? Which is like arguing. Don't argue with him. We'll look up that word variance. I want to look it up. Be not at variance with the rich man. And they sent a woman. They sent a woman after me. It was like a little Vietnamese, like little woman who had a bunch of bread. It's like, I'm not arguing with your little ass. I'm good. Right? Variance. In fact, the quality of being different. So you don't really want to show all your cards. You know, Divergent. Me and the elder just watched the whole series, the Divergent series. If y'all brothers ain't seen that, go see that. It's called Divergent. and it's a series. It's like from a book, okay? And they have like these factions, and it's like 5 factions, and basically like the ones that are divergent, that don't fit into any of them and don't really like comply to the system, they kill them. See, that's why I said don't fuck with them. Don't even let them know that you know, disagreeing or quarreling. You know, don't argue with them. Just be like, I'm not fucking with you, and just leave them alone. That's how you're supposed to be, because they really trying to get you. Be not at variance with a witch man, lest he overweigh thee. For gold have destroyed many and perverted the hearts of kings. How? Because they'll take it and maybe go pay somebody to come after you, put money on your head and shit. Okay? And had these people doing wicked shit just because there's some people out here that love money, man. And that says it's the root of all evil. Somebody will come and start shooting at you just because they wanted to get paid. Okay? There's a man that makes me think, okay? It's a true story too. It's a true story. I want to pull it up. I know I'm taking a little longer today, but it's so much stuff that just been flowing in my head. Because I listen to a lot of different music. You know what I'm saying? But I mainly like rap. You know, it's one of those things. I like rap, okay? And because some of it is a story. You got, you know, I don't know if a lot of y'all know Jordan Lucas, but there's this video called Cappuccini, okay? And this has really happened to this dude, okay? I'm just going to point this out, show you that it really happened. Like, dude didn't die and went to court, and dude got put in prison. The dude who did it got put in prison. But it says the video you are about to see is based on true events that took place in Detroit on June 6, 2007. And this dude, when you watch it, he basically Jordan Lucas does this video where like he plays as the guy who gets shot and then the guy who doesn't get shot, and basically the only reason why he shot him is because he was trying to get into this game, and he was like, if you kill a innocent person and leave no witness and no snitches, you down. And that's the only reason why he killed this dude, man. You know, and the dude who did it, the dude who got shot, he was just some regular old little white dude, and he might have been a Jake, but he was in Detroit, man, and was trusting the wrong people, man. So you can't just fight with these people, man, because they'll just pay somebody ass come do some shit, and we don't want to get the ministry blame, you know. So a lot of times we just be like, nah, we ain't fucking with you. And sometimes we express our anger a little bit on whatever, but you know, we know they ain't watching our shit. These people are proud, man. These motherfuckers is not watching our videos, not the damn agents, you know. And even Esau, a lot of them, they can't handle watching our shit. The most people that's watching this shit is the hopeful elect. You know, the Lord's got it to where everybody else, he's got them too proud to want to even pay attention. That's why a lot of people don't believe, you know. But you brothers that ain't seen this, go watch this, man. Jordan Lucas, Ross Cappuccini, like I might even do like a small, like just let it play, just some random, you know, just a video. Like this really happened to this dude, man. You know, there's some wicked shit that happened out here in America, man. These people gotta get judged. So, and perverted the hearts of kings. Strive not with a man that is full of tongue, and heap not wood upon his fire. So like a person who can't control himself, a person that's just violent, you just gonna make it worse. You know, don't just leave him be. It says jest not with a rude man. And when you look up that word jest, it's like basically don't be like talking to him mockingly. Like don't talk to him like in a sense of like being sarcastic. Okay. Lest thy ancestors be disgraced. You see? So don't even with the rude man, because he gonna try to do something. He gonna try to do something, man. So you just, when it comes to these people coming at you, just, all right, bro, it's all held accounted for. Shalom. That's it. It doesn't mean thou shalt be a weenie and be nice to him. We ain't gonna be nice to him, you know, in the sense of like being like some please have mercy type shit. But we're gonna be like, we're not fucking with you. It's whatever. You say whatever you got to say, whatever, bro. All right, bye. Block all that shit. Stay fuck around from them. Because they rich as hell. Them motherfuckers ain't coming after your ass, really, unless you, like, argue with their ass. Verse 5, reproach not a man that turneth from sin, but remember that we are all worthy of punishment. So don't, like, keep fucking getting on the dude if you see that he trying to do better. And you don't keep drilling his ass, being like, you still ain't shit, bro. You get it right. Like, if he's trying to turn from sin, let the Lord deal with him. Because we, like I said, we all worthy of punishment. Ain't none of us is out of the hot seat from getting judged, man. Even the apostles, man. All of us are still in the seat to get judged. There's been many great men in this truth who's literally back out in the world now. My elder, Elder Harag, he's been literally the only one who made it out of all one West in Oklahoma. All the rest of them are back in the world, man. And those were his leaders. Those are one. There was one of them. We was talking to Apostle Rawchaa, and he was like, "That's the guy who bring me in the truth. That's where my elder came from. So that's why I have my head on right, you know. And I still deal with shit. I still got fucking shit I got to work on all the time, you know. And not in the sense of where it's just like where I'm needing to be reproved, but it's just like I'm bettering myself. That's what we're supposed to be doing, Jake. We're supposed to be bettering ourselves. We're supposed to be, and while we're getting better, the Lord's going to increase our struggles. And if he increases your struggles, Jake, that means what? That means that you're getting better. We need these struggles to know that the Lord's dealing with us. Because if you're just living comfortable here, Lord's not dealing with your fucking ass. Right now, he's purging the elect. That's what we need to be doing, going through shit, you know, constantly. Like you put the gold in the fire, you have to turn that shit and look at it. You don't ever take it out of the fire, it's fucked. You have to be constantly being purged, you know. So reproaching not a man that turned from sin, but remember that we are all worthy of punishment. Dishonor not a man in his old age. For even some of us wax old. And I actually, you know what I'm saying, I'm bragging a little bit. I got one gray hair right now. Yeah. No, I'm just talking shit. This is a joke. But, you know, like, don't dishonor the old men. Like, that's how we're here, you know? Don't dishonor them, you know? For his old age, you know, give them honor. Give double honors to the elders and apostles, you know? This is simple stuff, you know? This is milk stuff, you know? We all know this, but I love reading this kind of stuff, you know? It's good to go over. For even some of us wax old. Rejoice not over thy greatest enemy being dead, but remember that we die all, right? So you see that? It says, rejoice not over thy greatest enemy being dead. But also, when you read over here, so there's a balance to it. Because it talked about this in the 25th chapter, okay? In Sirach, okay? It says, Ecclesiastes, book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. See? So it's really saying, like, when you do see the fall of your enemy, don't rejoice in like a way where you like, don't rejoice in a way where like it's a proud rejoice. It's like more like, man, the Lord's delivering us out of captivity. It's like a more humble, like giving praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for coming and avenging us. You know, that's what it's saying. You know, don't be with a proud mind of like, yeah, that's what you get, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to be in that kind of mind state. We're going to be, it said the remnant were frightened by the Most High. And that's us in the chariots, immortal. Okay, frightened, and was doing nothing but praising Yahawah, Yahawashi. Thank you for getting rid of the problem. That's what it means by that kind of happiness. Like, thank you that we made it out. We're gonna be thinking about like in that sense of like being like, hi, look at your dumb ass and shit. We ain't gonna be thinking like that. We're gonna be fucking terrified because we barely made it out. We're gonna be thanking the Lord that He gave us mercy. That's what we're gonna be happy for. That we receive mercy. Because we all die, and we have. This ain't our first time here. Verse 8, despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For them, thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. That's why we want to keep studying and going through, certain things and, learning, Miss not the discourse of the elders, right? For they also learned of their fathers. And of them thou shalt learn understanding to give answer as need requireth. Just like it said in the prologue, we did this to bring it to those who are without, the lost sheep of Israel. And in the kingdom, everybody going to be under this. All the everybody, even all the Gentiles and shit, the other nations, they going to be learning this shit. And they going to what? They going to speak Hebrew. You ain't going to speak none of whatever language you have. That's just going to get obliterated and left here. Everybody's going to be speaking Hebrew. That's going to be the only language. And then this watered down shit. Kindle not the coals of a sinner, lest thou be burnt with the flame of his fire, right? So don't be bothering with these people. Rise up not in anger at the presence of an injurious man, lest he lie in wait to entrap thee in thy words. And that's what them agents tried to do. They mad because why? Because they know they kingdom falling. They know all that money they got. If they 19 to 18 to 26, it don't matter. Your ass going to war. And you're going to be basically looked at as a maggot again. You're going to get fucking, your military bag, your boots and shirt, and that's all you're going to have. Your weapon. You're going to be a grunt. You're going to, all this money you accumulated American Babylon the Great, you're going to go from that to a grunt. That's what the Lord will do to you, man, if you don't got no fear. So rise up not in anger at the presence of an injurious man, lest he lie in wait to entrap thee in thy words. Lend not unto him that is mightier than thyself. If thou lendest him, count it but loss. So you don't want to. That's what they tried to do too. They tried to be like, oh yeah, we can show you how to make money with Bitcoin and whatnot. Just get a few $100. I'll show you what to do with it and whatnot. Because at the end of that, they're gonna be like, yeah, give it to me and I'll do something with it. Don't do it, Jake. Don't go for this shit, man. These people who got all this little money off of trading and shit, don't fuck with these people, man. I knew this was an attack from the devil, man. Everything, it was like they knew everything that I did and that I do. You know what I'm saying? It was like they was trying to get me to do some shit. And I don't trade currency. Like I'm in this little thing that's like you can mine on the phone, and it's called Pi, but it's like not really like you don't put money into it, but it's been pretty promising. You know what I'm saying? Because I when I started it 2 years ago, it was like half a penny, but now it's like $40. Okay. So I got like a little bit of these things. So I'm seeing what's going to happen to it. It might happen. It might not. We'll see. Who knows? But if it does happen, Yahawah, Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying? More help to the brotherhood, we're in this together, So, but going back into it, that's the only thing that I deal with. But they was trying to get me to like really go in and put my investments. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing all that. That's not my main goal. That's a side shit. My main thing is this work and staying lowly with the brothers. So be not surety above thy power, but if thou be surety, take care to pay it, right? Make sure if you're gonna do something, you're gonna pay somebody something. Make sure that it doesn't like put you in a position where you're just fucked. Basically, go not to law with a judge, for they will judge him according to his honor. Like, don't go and try to judge a judge. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, because then they're gonna win, because they're the ones that are judges. So like Esau, Edom, for example, don't really go against them. Just agree with thy adversary and be like, all right, whatever. Stay out the way. Verse 15, we're almost done. 15, travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee, for he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly. And that's another big thing. We bold, but we ain't bold like that. We ain't just going, We ain't just gonna do anything. We bold in the sense of like we serve Yahawah, Yahawashi on the highways and byways, but we make sure we ain't just, you know, just all the way out there just doing whatever, you know. But we, you know, if it come down to it, like we will defend ourselves. We not weak men, but we trying to do everything to avoid that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. Sometimes Jake, something happened. Jake got to get in. Somebody come fuck with him. You don't just stand there and let them beat you up. That's why you got like the brothers in Chicago with Elder Malcolm. They teaching them Muay Thai and Greco and teaching them jiu-jitsu and shit. So if somebody does happen, you can flip their ass or something and get the fuck on. It talked about in the scriptures, if you get in a quarrel with the man, if that man can still wake up and go to work, you didn't sin. But if you fuck him up bad enough where, like, you know, he can't move and shit, you got to help him. That's why you learn this kind of stuff, so you can know, like, if I do this to him, I'm gonna fuck him up, and I got to take care of him. So you just make sure you just give him a couple lumps on his head or something. You just learn, okay? But we ain't trying to fight. But if it came down to it, like I just got a Jake like run down my ass trying to swing, yeah, I'm gonna do a Philly roll, uppercut you, and flip your ass, okay, or something. But this is gonna be enough where you know, like I'm not one of them. Don't fuck with me. I'm not trying to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's for, to protect yourself. So travel not by the way with the bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee, for he will do according to his own will, not the will of the Lord's, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly. Strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place. For blood is as nothing in his sight, and where there is no help, he will overthrow thee. That's why you want to stick around brothers, you know, or be in, you know, don't just be going around with like someone who just like is uncontrollable and they don't think about their actions. Don't be going around with them people. That's what you do. Stick with the brotherhood. Consult not with the fool, for he cannot keep counsel. Simple stuff. Do no secret thing before a stranger, for thou knowest not what he will bring forth, right? Try to catch you up in your words, try to catch you up doing something, whatever you out there doing that you wasn't supposed to be doing, and now he done bring you forth before the judges for you to get judged, you know? So that's why a lot of times we circumspect and we not dealing with people. Open not thine heart, which is your mind, to every man, lest he requite thee with a shrewd turn. So this is about, you know, don't trust these agents, basically. That's what, you know, that chapter goes into. So, you know, hopefully it's edifying. I went a little longer than usual, but, you know, those are some things that the Lord had the Spirit on me wanting to deal with. Oh, now I got one more thing. This was a very good video that my elder did, okay? And he kind of goes into, you know, hopefully, you know, y'all go watch this. This is really good, you know, pretty good scripture. You know, scriptures that he goes into about Miriam turning white as snow. This is just some extra knowledge. But he basically shows that when it talks about white as snow, the white is in italics. So it's like a different type of white. And it's about 11 minutes. So, you know, if you want to go watch it, it's there. Probably not going to go over it. You know, I've been going too long now. But I'll post it in the comment board. This is a pretty good video. You know, just a small little, you know, something to add to the sword for you brothers that may not know this. It helped me out, you know, kind of learn a little bit more ways to explain it when you're at camp and whatnot. And something else to go into when you do have certain people come up and ask certain questions, you know, especially the small hats that they come up. But more than likely, they're going to send agents. They're terrified of us. They're not going to just pull up them, you know, pull up themselves because they know that we're going to have it on camera. And, you know, they're going to get defeated in the spirit. So they're going to send agents to try to get us to slip up in our words. But this is a very good video. Lord willing, is edifying to you. And go ahead and get out of here, man. So hopefully it's edifying. Shalom to elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites. so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreigners, lost in the Latin other nations scattered across 4 corners of the earth. Want to give all praise to Barak, the Yahawashi. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, let us all to this truth. Been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, be part of that number. Lord willing, let's be edified those who fear the name of the Lord and the striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5. It is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9 is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5 verse 42. Wa abba babal. The water for tuning in. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Qadash Barak Atham. To all you sincere believers out there, and Lord willing, is edifying to the flock. Peace and blessing to the elect. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.